Hello everybody, welcome to the Betway Weighted to Win show. Good to have you with us. Trust it's been a good one so far. This Thursday meeting at the Vaal. We look forward to covering the 8 races. The opener, of course, is the bipot, and it's a race at the end of the day where, in terms of the market, if I may, White Hills, Roy Magner's horse, is the current favourite. I'm going to start with Daryl Marie. They bet 7-2 the pair here, because the other one is the 14 Winter Path, who's priced up at 7-2. So the 2 and the 14 are the 2 horses top of the boards. The third choice, who's at 4-1, is Fabian Habib's horse, Wait for Green Light, who's number 3 on the card. But it's a 1,000-metre, Daryl, up the straight, get the race over and done with. Who will be the horse most likely to come through here?
Clyde, I opened the book and I saw the Fani Bronkhorst first timer. Because I recall her dam. Paul Matchett trained the dam, Kissable. Randall Simons used to ride her.
Yes,
Remember, she was lightning quick. But I don't see there's any anti-post support for her. So surely there would have been a nibble at around 14-1 by now. So I've excluded her from my perms. I've only got 2 horses. White Hills, nah, she's limited. I thought she showed some improvement after the rest. She should strip fitter. But she's had her chances and she's let the side down on numerous occasions in the past. So she's not one to be having on a, excuse me, a punt on the nose with.
Okay.
But the filly, no doubt, bringing the strongest form into the race, well, of a debut effort, is the Sean Terry trained Winter Path, Clyde. Now, she ran behind Guy Gibson on debut. Can I tell you who was in that field?
Very strong field, wasn't it?
We know what Guy Gibson's gone on to do since then, but let me just pull up that form line for you, Clyde. You've been using form grids quite a bit recently.
Yeah, I've got the form line here. We wanted to call it to you. Jerusalem Arain was
second. Hawkbull, Emporium, Ziyasha, Calamureta.
Yeah,
They've
big
all
horses.
run.
But that was a long time. I mean, when I say long time, she hasn't run for, 6 months?
Well, obviously there were issues in her later start, Clyde, for her to have rested. 6.5 months?
Thereabouts, yeah.
If she's coming back fit and well, I think she's the right filly.
Okay. All right, we're going to ask Darren Burrows is back with us. Welcome back, Darren. Let's talk about your bipot numbers. What would they be in the opener?
Clyde, 2, 5 and 14. I do like Winter Path, that debut. I put a circle around that. 4 lengths, Guy Gibson, good enough to beat this field. White Heels, her comeback run was good. She ran second to Empress Game, but she was well beaten. She is a speedy filly. I think she'll be competitive. And then the Tony Peter run at Jumping Analia. She wasn't striding out last time out. Drop-in trip's going to suit. I think she'll be right there too. Okay. So Winter Path, the horse to beat. White Heels and Jumping Analia, the only dangers.
All right, let's take a look at the bipots then. Here we go. Daryl Marie's worked one out for us. He's gone 2 and 14, by 3, 6, 8 and 12, by 1, 4, 9, by 5 and 6, by 1, 2 and 4, and then 7 and 10 at the back. Let's get the bipot on. Second race, maiden plate. What are we going over now? It's the mile in this event. Let's take a look at what the plan is in terms of race number 2. Remember, we're doing this on Wednesday, so things may have changed since we last chatted, but there's an odds on in here. Darren Burrows, that Brett Crawford stable, is firing here and firing there. Kabela Matsanyani's riding where the Wizard. It's 8-10 and does look very hard to beat here.
Clyde, this is the right horse in the race. I liked his debut. He was eye-catching. There was a bit of market support for him, and I think he'll build on that effort. He had Bob a couple of lengths behind him. I know there was support for Bob, but he was a bit green down the inside, and he didn't quite quicken up the final 100. So I do believe that Weather Wizard will have Bob's measure once again. And then Forster Durr, a good debut behind Copper Mist. He could be the nearest rival. I would suggest punters take the Crawford double, Weather Wizard into Raven Black a bit later on. You can get around 11-2, and I thought it's a nice bet.
Okay, thank you for that. I appreciate the double from you. Big on Crawford. You, Mr. Marie, this race? Where are you?
Sure, Clyde, this horse really caught the eye on debut. I don't know if you saw his stride. Elastic-like stride, massive. Just took quite some time to get going. to unwind.
Form line's very quiet. Have you seen it? Nothing going on in the form line.
Yeah, I don't know, Clyde. I can see this horse bolting up. If he's come on Sunset Effort, I really can see him winning in this lineup because he's meeting the right type of field to get it right in his second start. I just don't. I'm a bit hesitant because he took so long to get going.
Right. All right.
DJ Jazzy D's horse, number 8, Force de Dieu. Nice debut. Copper Mist is quite highly regarded by the trainer. He can build on that effort. And watch out for improvement from number 6, Al Bayreg. Now, Clyde is by Savannah out of a new approach mare. I think he's crying out for this distance, and he's been gelded since his latest effort behind Barbaresco. I think he will improve on what he's shown to date. I played the safe route. I put in a scratching to double up with the favourite.
Okay. You know, I backed last time just a few rand on a horse called Caliburn who ran behind Beemanesque.
Okay.
I liked it last time.
Were you angry with your money
Yeah,
you had a bet against?
No, I just had an interest. But
No,
it's
you
now
must,
in this
you must be very upset with your money that you're wasting it like that.
Yeah, but in this field now, I think it's a horse to watch. Just keep an eye. I saw something. Okay.
Quartets, maybe.
Yes, trifectas, quartets. Okay, we've got place accumulators. Thank you. Let's take a look. 3, 6, 8, and 12 by 149. This is Daryl's. He bankers the 6 just now in the next leg of the place accumulator. And then, who's that? That's Crystal. Is it Crystal Maiden that you're bankering? Huh? Is it?
Yes.
Yes. Then 1, 2, 4, then 7, 10, then 1 and 4, and then 1 and 2. Race 3 is Take a Bet winner number maiden plate over the 1600 meters. And this event, which is the start of the pick 6, we've got Darren Burrows on the line. He'll have worked it out, I'm sure. Where number 1, The Work of Life, is the favourite at 4-1. Second choice is 2, Pink Diamond, at 9-2. This all may change race time. And number 4 on the card is that was Regal Daughters at 9-2. It's 5-1 and bet to the others. Darren, you were unlucky with Gentleman Joe, although Daryl did like the winner quite a bit. He rated it, but you were unlucky with that pick 6 yesterday.
Yeah, Clyde. Gentleman Joe, he did have every chance. Maybe he made a move a bit early, but I thought a good enough effort. Race 3, very difficult. I think 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11 all have chances. This isn't a strong lineup. And I really can't pick a winner from those numbers.
Okay, so quite a few in here. Mr. Marie, what would you suggest?
Clyde, excuse me.
Hard race. Ford, I know. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I originally had 7 horses in the PA and the bipod. My perm was too costly, Clyde. So I've narrowed it down to 3 runners, and I'm not convinced I'm going to get through this race.
Okay.
My first choice has to be Regal Daughter, Candace Dawson's filly. You know, she likes to bring her horses along slowly, and I think she's showing enough progress to indicate that she's going the right way and have more to offer. There's no doubt she's going to strip fitter. She's got a neat draw. Could possibly get further in time to come, but she meets the perfect opposition here to get it right in her 4th start. Then you got the likes of number 8. Oh, sorry, not number 8, number 9, Empress of Normandy. Now, I watched her replay. She's also by William Longsword, Clyde. I watched her replay. Craig Zaki didn't do much on her. He sat very still on her. I don't know if it was because she was hanging and she wasn't easy to control. But when she got into her stride, she was really doing good work late. She now steps up from 1,000 meters to a mile.
Okay.
Not certain to get it, but I'm sure she will appreciate the extra distance on what I saw on debut. She's got a lot of scope for improvement, but the fact that she was hanging is a little bit off-putting. But she's another one that could be better than what she meets over here.
White Heels was in there, so maybe White Heels wins earlier. It'll give you more respect for this horse of Udalakis's.
Clyde, I hope I get through this leg.
Okay.
I hope I get through this.
All right, so there you've heard it, guys. It's a tough one. Darren has worked a pick 6 out for us, and this is what it looks like. It's going as many as he can in this first leg of the pick 6, so it's field effectively. And in the next leg, again, a whole lot of horses. Third leg, a whole lot of horses. So he's loading up wherever he can. And then in terms of the third last leg is bankering the 10 horse, Raven Black. He did suggest earlier that that may well be the right horse. And at the back is bankering Little Miss Moneybags. That's his next banker today. Hopefully you come to watch the rugby at Turfentine on Saturday. It's the rugby final on the 28th of October. The last race at Turfentine on Allied Steel Road on a Mission Charity Mile runs at around, 7 at night. And then they're going into the big marquee to watch the rugby. It's going to be super. There's our social media for you as well on our X Factor, as well as our WhatsApp. You can reach the show any given hour that's most convenient for you. Well, let's just quickly have a look at the market. What's it doing on the Wednesday whilst we're previewing it? This was 2 Solar Divas, the favourite, at 3-1. Number 2 Azaleas for All is the second choice at 7-2. And number 1 United We Stand is trading at 5-1. So that's the market. Daryl Marie, I'll start with you, come to you first and get an idea what do we do in this leg.
Is Fiji playing?
No.
Your tip in the Rugby World Cup, Fiji.
No, we need the Springboks.
They're not playing in the final, are they? Interesting race. I mean, the current favourite, Solar Diva, she certainly had her chances. I think she did have excuses for her latest defeat. She choked up. Take note, she gets fitted with a tongue tie because of that. So she could be thereabouts, Clyde. I got a preference for Crystal Maiden. Now, you saw I bankered her in my PA. She's a lanky filly. I think there's no doubt she's going to strengthen up and fill that frame out in time to come. But I think with a bit of cover this time round, she could reverse the form with Azaleas for All. I think the two of them have got a strong possibility of fighting it out. Azaleas for All, she's basically improving with racing. She's got a 1 draw with Muzi Yeni in the irons. She should get the run of the race. I'm hoping Gavin can just slot in behind Muzi, get a nice toe through, and reverse that form with Azaleas for All. But like I say, respect for Solar Diva. I wouldn't look past the 3 of them.
Those 3. Nothing else run with her company in Champagne Cocktail. Nothing else is in here from there, is there?
No, just the 2 of them.
Just
Azaleas for All and Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, those
just Azaleas for All. That last run beyond Champagne Cocktail, we also saw Anne with the E win from there.
Yes.
But I'm talking about
run a drum.
I'm talking about the penultimate run, Clyde. Scarlet Pimpernel. Now, Scarlet Pimpernel trotted up on that occasion. In that race, who ran second was a horse called House of Romanov. He's come out and won 2 since then.
That's quite strong.
So in this lineup, it's good enough to feature.
Thanks, Terrell. We got your version. Mr. Burrows, your turn, sir.
Clyde, very hard. I didn't make it as easy as Daryl. I thought it was a tricky race. I played wide in the pick 6. You've got Solar Diva beaten at 4-10 in a very moderate lineup last time out. United We Stand must be a big runner. And then Daryl's horse, Angel of My Heart. He fancied it last time out. I can tell you there was market support for her, but she was over racing with the blinkers, and that's why she faded. They've removed the blinkers. Craig Zaki takes the ride, and I can't see her running out of the money. So Angel of My Heart's got to go in. Crystal Maiden's got a chance too.
Okay, thank you. Let's put the bets up. Thanks, Darren. Here's your jackpot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. Banker 10. And 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 9. Let's move on to this handicap at the 80 level. It's over 1,200 meters now. I'm coming to Darren Burrows just to have a chat with him. Darren, again, let's have a chat about this race. This is the race where Covert Operator runs. They bet 4-1 the field, and he's, the 1 horse 2 Esquivel 9-2. We've seen these horses bump, and we watch them time and time again. Have you put them in any sort of packing order?
Well, Clyde, I'm just touching on what happens in the UK. Now, horses run in maiden company, and when they're not good enough to win a maiden, they go straight into a handicap. The market support pours on, and they win. Now, we don't see it often in South Africa, but it is starting to happen. Maidens in handicaps should have a realistic chance of winning. And I thought this horse, Golden Pavilion, is a good example. Now, over 1450, he seems to over-race terribly in front. And I just feel the drop in trip, they're going to go faster. And he's got 53.5 kilos and a decent enough draw. If he goes handy and settles against the bit, I can see him winning at 16-1. Now, the others to consider, you've got to include Esquivel. He's in form. Pierce Stratum takes the ride. You've got Twice the Storm, who's got ability. Willow Express is absolutely tumbled in the ratings, but he's got to recapture his best form. And Covert Operator, he's more of a 1,000-meter horse. He could be there, though.
Okay, interesting. You found a horse like this Golden Pavilion at 16 or 20-1 or something like that. Maidens into handicap form. You give it a shot.
Funny enough, Clyde, I had written down 1, 2, 4, and 10. Those were my 4 runners.
Okay,
but
so
my
you
perms,
like it.
No, my perms were too costly, so I took the 10 out.
Are you?
Yeah, so you know what's going to happen, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on, you touched on the betting Covert Operator as what price?
4-1.
But you said Covert Operator, and then sometimes when you call the horse, you said
Covert
Covert.
Operator, whatever
now,
suits.
I
don't mind. Whatever you want, Daryl. What must you want me to call it today?
I'm just saying, now you're saying
Covert.
Covert.
Let's leave it as Covert.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's an interesting race. There's a lot of pace in here with Esquivel and Lulu's Boy. I'm hoping they don't cut throats. Esquivel, what can you say about the stable, Cloud? They're absolutely firing. Blinkers come off because he's going the 1200. Can be a factor. Covert Operator is actually run over the course and distance. It was on debut. He ran second to Moya Walla Liga. He's in solid form. And Willow Express, I swore to myself that I'll never tip this horse again. But he's plummeted in the ratings, as Darren pointed out. And if they do go very hard up front, there's no doubt he's one of the horses that will be closing in at the finish. Let me just see this combinations stats here, Clyde. Sean Terry and Phila Sunday. 2 from 16. I think I recall him riding litigation to victory for Sean. Right. Yeah, so I went 1, 2, and 4. If you want to go wider, add in the 10.
Okay. Thanks, Daryl. Thank you, Darren. We got a jackpot. There's a second jackpot the guys have worked out. This is what it looks like. And one to remember, this is Daryl's. And he did say he took out the 10 because it was costly, but maybe you want to add it in the first leg. 1, 2, 4 by 7, 10 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1 and 2. So stay with us, because after this, we're coming back to talk about what Darren Burrows is going for, Raven Black. Back with us, a handicap at the 95 level. It's over 1,200 metres. Raven Black's the favourite. Number 10 from the Brett Crawford stable at Cabello Mazzaniani is riding. It's priced up as 5-2. So Darren, this is the horse I know you like quite a bit. Winner of its last 2, looking for the treble, all that sort of stuff. Do you believe the 5-2 is the value, or do you think it'll drift? Will it shorten? What's your movement here?
Clyde, I can't see him drifting in the market. This horse is a machine. When I saw him win last time out, I actually fancied him on that occasion because his first run as a gelding, he chased down that horse Dreamland in the closing stages like a really good horse. And last time out, he was an absolute runaway winner. The only concern or what can beat him is the second run after a rest right on top of his first run. But if he's freshened up enough, I think he's going through the divisions and he's well ahead of the handicapper with 53.5.
Yeah, I remember calling the race. Actually, he did win impressively. It was just a hand ride to the line.
You know, coming into the straights, I said maybe he's gone too early because he was let loose at the top of the straight, but he ran all the way to the line. It was a sensational victory, Clyde. Have a look at ratings. He's absolutely slung in here due to the fact that he could only get a maximum of a £6 penalty. So he ran well above his current rating. I agree with Darren wholeheartedly. I think the only thing that can possibly beat him is a flat second run after a layoff. Excuse me, Clyde. So I never bankered him because of that. But I most certainly make him horse to beat, and he is my clear-cut first choice.
Okay.
Excuse me, Clyde. What have you got there for me?
I've got for you. You want a Rennies?
Yeah. No, not Rennies.
Can I give you a Rennies?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Rennies will help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just take a Rennies. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Actually take 2, because listen to me. It helps with the acid and all of that you're coughing with. Put it in quickly now. Take it now whilst we're busy with the show.
Now, there's another horse in here that's ahead of the handicap, Clyde. A very nice horse in the making.
Yes.
Is Red Bomber. The yard will have a good line because he ran behind I Am Giant in his later start. But he was in need of his comeback start as a gelding. He's going to strip fitter. If the favourite does happen to fluff his lines, I do believe he'll be the right horse, Red Bomber. So 10 from 7 for me. Clive.
Okay. So both are in agreement here. We're going for the favourite. This is a recommendation we have for you. It is an outright win and there's a pick 3. Darren's gone with a 10 Raven Black, naturally, is the play. And those are obviously races 6, 7, 8 that we want to cover for you now in just one shot so you can get into it. The pick 3, which looks like this. It's 7 and 10, the only danger Red Bomber, 2 Raven Black, according to the guys. Then a lot of horses in the second leg of the pick 3. The last race, they thought just 1 and 2.